Yo, what's good, boys? So, this is going to be a different stream today. It's kind of like a try not to cry challenge because it's going to be a pretty depressing game. I've played this game before and basically cried my eyes out when I was like 15. It's a pretty fucking sad story, guys, and I'm not going to like spoil it for any of you guys. It's pretty beautiful and it's pretty sad. So, let's get started. I'm probably going to sob a little bit, but nah, just I want to cry thinking about it. It's pretty fucking sad. Yeah, so let's get started. It's probably gonna be one stream. It doesn't take that long to fucking finish. So there's not actually a lot of okay. I don't have a camera. I'm not. If I did, I would use it. I want to experience it with the camera. What are my graphics like? Oh, it's a pretty fucking sad game though. So just letting you guys know now, it's gonna be pretty fucking sad. It's okay. So I'm probably gonna do it each time I blink. I'm gonna click. That's a pretty fucking sad game though. Yeah, it's a little bit loud. So let me make it there. Okay.
That's mine. Well, hello there, stranger. Whew. You're a real bright and shiny one, aren't you? I asked you for your name, but sadly you got no mouth to speak with, or hands to shake with, or nose to look down with. So we're gonna have to find another way. See, what you'll find is, even though you're no longer in your body's still inside of you, if that makes any sense. So, if you understand what I'm saying, blink over my hand here. Ooh, well look at that. You're a blinking genius. I knew you were special. You see all them poor souls down there, lost in the waves? I didn't choose any of them. I chose you. See, I just sometimes get a sort of a hunch, or what's a better word? Notion? Better word than that. Premonition. A premonition when a soul's worth pulling up. Now you see that tower out there? Big, scary one? That's where I'm taking you to see the gatekeeper, to be judged. I'm gonna present your case, tell her the whole story of your entire life, from prow to stir. Now if she's impressed, I get paid the Bitcoin, and you get yourself a spot in her magnificent city. If she ain't, well, I eat seagull for dinner again, and you, well, we don't have to worry about that, because I am the best orator you'll find on these sickly waters. Class A storyteller, believe you me. Oh, shut up, you trash birds. You had your chances. It wasn't my fault you were no good. Layabouts. Unsatisfactory. Clock watchers. I got some words for you. Sorry you had to hear that. Ooh. So sure, maybe I'm not the most verbose storyteller out there, but I know how to spin a yarn if I'm given something to work with. And that's where you come in. Your life. You're gonna show it to me. I want to see exactly what made you so absolutely great. So, just think back to the very beginning, the first thing that you can remember. I'm gonna send you there. But understand, no matter how much you like it, you're not gonna be able to stay, all right? Every time you blink, you're going to jump forward in time. Could be a second, could be 5 years. That's just how this thing works. Alrighty then. I hope he's ready for this. Now, the next time that you blink, I'm gonna send you back. Now, don't be afraid, and don't try to fight it. The thing to remember about blinking is, well, it's only a matter of time. I'm touched you enjoy my company. I really am. But I'll have to ask you to have some respect for the process here. There is a dry eye in the house. And just try to enjoy it this time.
Look at that sun. We've got a long, beautiful day ahead of us. Why are you smiling like that? You must really like it out here, huh? Well, I get that. I like it too.
So yeah, each time I blink, I'm blinking. In the game, basically.
Let's go get you some seashells. What do you say? You see that big spiky plant over there? That's called an agave. 11 years from now, that plant will die so it can give birth to this tall, amazing tree, covered in flowers. We'll have to... The day really slipped away, didn't it? Oh well, days have a tendency to do that, I guess. Now where's the first page of my piece? I can't find it anywhere. Did I put it?
Okay, go ahead, kid. Look at that. There's your little hand.
We have to make him do this every birthday.
That's a great idea. It'll really be something to see how he grows.
Oh, you want to play along with Mommy, don't you? Give it time. I'm sure you'll be better than me soon enough. No.
Sounds good, honey.
I'm sending it to my mentor next week. It has to be perfect.
Well, sounds pretty perfect to me.
Yeah, what do you like about it?
What do I like about it? I like the music.
That's very specific.
I also like the person playing it.
Yeah. Look at his little face. What do you think he's thinking about?
Probably solving the problems of the universe.
So, do you think he's going to be smart?
I don't see why not. I mean,
No, it's not derivative. At least I didn't think it was. Do you think you could tell the other members of the selection committee what I just told you? Right. No, I'm sorry. I guess I just put a lot of expectation on this call. Okay, I understand. Thank you for considering my piece, John. It really means a lot. Oh, that's sure a little.
Yeah, you like it?
color.
No.
You know, if you keep working at it, one day you'll be able to paint exactly what's in your head. See? That used to be my piano. My dad gave it to me. He loved music. Fled his home country just to have a chance to pursue it. God, he made me practice so much. I hated it at first. I think he hoped to.
okay, Benny. Are you ready to see something really special?
I just don't want him to get attached. Richard,
What?
that's the cutest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
We can't keep him, can we? I mean, I'm pretty much definitely allergic, so no, right?
No. We'll find someone to take him. But, while he's here, I say we...
Now play the C major chord I taught you. Remember? There you go. Doesn't that make you feel happy? Like you just want to jump up and down? Now what about C minor? You remember how to play that one? Very good. Just one note different. But that one sounds sad, doesn't it? Amazing what a difference one little change can make on how a person feels. Sort of like me and your little friend on your piano there.
She was in grad school studying composition. I never met anyone like her. I just prayed to God I could somehow keep up. I think she liked that I was a professor. Gave me a certain gravitas in her eyes, you know, which I very quickly lost.
Wait, you were a professor? The fuck?
God, she dragged me to so many places.
Wait, that's my piece. How did you figure out how to play that? Richard, are you hearing this?
What?
He's playing my piece.
That's not actually your fucking piece. I just made it.
I mean, I was a gifted kid, but he's brilliant.
I don't know, the cat just makes me emotional, dude. I lost mine.
Oh God, I have my interview in 5 minutes, and I
Watch out, the
completely forgot
cat.
to feed him.
Don't worry, I already did.
Oh, thank God. For a moment, I forgot what a great father you are.
Focus on...
Excuse me, of course, sir. It's all organized into folders, sitting ready on my kitchen table. They will literally be on your desk when you get in. What could possibly happen to the files between now and tomorrow morning? We are fine.
When's he coming?
I'm flying him out in February, remember? You know, I think he was pretty surprised that I could actually afford to do that.
Hey, why not? You're a working woman now.
I guess that's true.
Don't let it go to your head, but yeah.
This is called a metronome. We use it to measure time so we don't get lost in the music. I want you to start using it before Grandpa comes to visit. You know, my father once told me, when I was about your age, the only way to fight against time is to create a work of genius, which might live on after you're gone. So I asked him, what about your children? Thinking, you know, I might be a work of genius just as I was. He said, yes, I suppose. If you made a work of genius, I could live on through that as well. No such luck for me.
Oh, you weren't even able to move in this game, huh?
You really need to stay in time with the metronome, okay?
Alright.
Subdivide the time. 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E. You're off. You're off, Ben. You can't hear that?
Wow, she's very mean.
There you go, buddy. Okay, now keep a firm grip on it, just like that. Oh my. Well, don't think you like that, pal. Sorry, buddy. Turn around, Elle, so we can photograph you.
I'm just really behind right now. Why don't you take photos in the backyard? It may not be interesting at
Ernie!
Ernie!
Buddy!
Ernie!
Ernie!
Ernie, we need you!
God, Elle, what if you got eaten by a coyote?
My sinuses would be eternally indebted.
What did you just say?
No, I said I'm really worried. Here, kitty, kitty, kitty! So you're saying it's a coincidence that it disappears for weeks and then comes back with a huge belly?
But Ernie's a boy.
And you're sure about that? I'm still not understanding how you let this happen.
I don't know. I didn't think about it. It just happened.
You just happen to... He keeps coloring the grass blue, the ocean green, and then the sky red. Were you able to pick up the new book?
Yes, the Manila Galleon was of particular interest.
I meant Benny's book.
Oh, yeah.
I know, it seems impossible that you could ever play something so complex. But just take it one day at a time. Trust me. You're really getting there, honey. Next week we'll start working on your other hand. The quiz said find the zero, and he just drew an arrow pointing to it.
Well, what's wrong with that?
I mean, everything is wrong with that.
Congratulations, B! First of many, I'd assume.
I want that box full by the time I come in there.
This isn't my house. It's not. Fall back, you fool. I'll have your heads. I'll feed them to the cat. here. Yes, Mr. Camera Boy, I'm talking to you. Why are you always out here taking photos? You know, if you really want to take a photo of something cool, you should take a photo of this.
Chloe!
Oh,
All right, everybody, listen up.
Betty's about to play for us.
Wow, Elle, he's unbelievable. My God, I didn't realize our head of accounting was raising a musical prodigy.
Didn't you used to be a composer yourself, Elle?
No, I don't know if I'd say that.
But you used to write your own music, right?
Yeah, but I haven't done that in years. Not since he was 4 or 5 years old.
Not until I blink.
Richard.
He's a professor.
Of what?
Well, no one really knows.
The class is world history. My name is Mr. Isaac. The class will be broken up into
Hey, you.
units.
look on your desk. I wrote you something.
This is a quote. I want each of you to write it down. Not doodle on the sidelines, not stare off into space.
Stop staring at me, creepy.
Okay, now I will go on to the next slide. Chloe, tell me.
Is that Dr.
What
Phil?
did the quote say?
Right, I definitely know this.
You were taking notes, weren't you, Chloe?
Oh, yes, of course. So, those who do not remember the past, repeat the past. That's right, right?
Indeed it is.
I tried to convince your father not to buy you that thing, but he insisted. Half suspect he bought it for himself. The little guys are pretty cute, though. I will admit that. Oh, I want the job of whoever gets paid.
I've definitely seen you next door, but I didn't realize you guys had become friends.
Oh, sure. We sit together in history class. I don't know what I'd do without old Benny.
Very sweet. Thank you for playing this game with him.
Your dad just thanked me for hanging out with you? That's a very interesting.
It's called a magnet school. It's about an hour away in a town called Burton. I know that change can be scary, but I just want you to go in and meet the dean.
So what do you think, Benjamin? You think you could excel in that sort of an environment?
Sorry, he gets very shy.
Oh, not to worry. If he's as gifted as you say he is, shyness is no problem. Why don't you two come back closer to the end of the year for an audition?
So I'm pretty sure this takes place in Hawaii, dude. Looks pretty similar.
As you can see, there are some very fast runs in there, and a lot of stuff I've not taught you properly yet. So no pressure. I just want you to try, and we can see if you start enjoying it.
So,
I'd just like to see you really rise to the occasion, just this once. I wish I had the option of going to a school like that when I was your age. I wouldn't be working this boring job or living in this boring town, I'll tell you that. What was that? Was that the piece? What is going on with you these days? Don't answer that, Ben. You can talk to your friend after you practice. my god. Is she really calling you again? What, is she obsessed with you?
So listen, I found a construct.
Anubis, in the presence of Ma'at, who you remember is the goddess of truth and justice, would weigh the deceased soul against a feather, determining whether it was worthy of entering into her land of the dead. And what if they are deemed unworthy? Well, you can see that ugly fur ball under the scale? That is Amamet, and she's got, and yes, that's a she, the head of a crocodile, fur of a lion, see, and the body of a hippopotamus, though I would not say that to her face. Now, as you can see, she is ready to devour any of the deceased who do not pass judgment. Sort of like me with your weekly quizzes.
Hey,
So I am not quite
Mr.
sure
Kiddas.
why I don't hear more frantic
Look at
scribbling right now.
ew, why is he so scared looking? Okay, I'll call you when I'm leaving my house. You better pick up my call, dude.
Slightly worried about having him change schools just as he's starting to make friends.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the only reason she keeps coming here is to play that game you bought for him.
Okay, listen, I don't claim to understand the motives of children.
Richard! Benny has a chance here. A real chance to be really good at something. I mean, no.
Now, should I fumble it and fucking be with the chick?
Lights out. You need to be rested for tomorrow. Memory consolidates when you're asleep. So if you go to sleep now, you will awaken a master. Trust me.
Richard, tell your son to turn the lights off.
Benny, Mom says turn the lights off.
Not Mom says, you say.
Benny, I say turn the lights off, not just Mom.
Turn, Richard. We're supposed to be nice friends.
Benny, damn it.
Benny, turn those lights off.
Benny, buddy, your mom wants the light. Benny, we want the lights off.
We.
Mostly your mom.
Oh, all right.
Sorry.
Richard,
I got you.
you're sleeping
On
in
the
the
couch?
yard.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, on my last playthrough, I snuck out. And I
In
fucked
your
up.
own time, Benjamin. We
So
are
hopefully I don't fuck it up.
excited to hear.
Am I bugged? Why isn't it working? Okay, hold on. Gotta get ready.
Why, he's marvelous. How did you ever train such a young boy to play like that?
If he doesn't let you in after that, I'm not even sure I'd want you at that school. And I could tell you were having so much fun.
Hope homegirl's gonna be pissed off at me.
Sounds like you really nailed it, kiddo.
It's not a matter of him nailing it. He sounded like a professional musician at 11 years old.
Now, that's your mother saying that. You know, she doesn't consider kids to be professional musicians.
Because they're not.
What are you talking about?
Performers, yes. Musicians? No, they are not musicians.
Destroyer Tour, Anaheim, July 81. I'm telling you, Ace Frehley was conjuring spirits.
You should have seen the look on that old jerk's face when he realized what he had on his hands.
You think he was impressed?
Richard, his dentures nearly fell out. His mouth was open so wide.
So what? Our kid's a prodigy.
I don't.
You don't have to open it right now if you don't want to.
What do you mean? Of course he wants to.
I just don't want him to feel pressure.
What does it say?
Give him time to read it.
Why are you being silent, Ben? What's it say?
Don't pressure him. He'll tell us once he's ready to tell us. Hey, that's the main thing. It's just a school. It's nothing life or...
We want him home from school for a while. Just until this nasty thing clears. Hey, Elle, would you mind taking a quick walk with me down to my office? There's a small clerical thing I need you to look at before I can let you two go.
Oh, yes, of course.
It's a crucial time in his development. He shouldn't be confined to his room.
Well, that chick probably dumped me after all that. All because I took that stupid school.
This isn't video game time. I want you to figure out something actually productive to do while you're home from school.
No.
And Mr. Benjamin Bryn has been awarded first place.
You are not here to learn to be painters. You are here to learn to be artists. And although I was hired to teach you, it is a sham. There is no teaching art.
Oh, how very wacky and fun these are. Lucky for you, the world is always in need of more greeting card artists. There you go, Mr. Bryn. Feel. Oh, you fiend.
It looks horrible.
I want you all to take a long look at what Mr. Bryn has done here.
I haven't done shit. If you're looking at the abstract shit, I didn't do anything. That's funny. Imagine. Come on. The fuck? Come on, bitch. Oh, it's because I gotta look up.
You see,
Bro, that's horrible.
reached down deep within himself and created a masterpiece.
Bro, look at that. Bro, ain't no way. Oh, wow, look at that.
I know that lots of agents gave you lots of cards, and it all probably feels weird and alienating and the opposite of what being a starving artist is supposed to feel like. But if I can teach you one thing, it's that if opportunity knocks, you open the door. Making a living isn't selling out. I wish I had thought of it that way.
That's beautiful.
Don't worry. You're not selling your soul. Well, look at that. You've crumpled my contract. Whatever you want, kid. Sure, you got... Okay, that's it. Get out of my office. You know I'd call security if I thought you were actually a threat. But what are you going to do, paint me to death?
To being a difficult artist, the best of us are.
I don't drink, but hey, is it halal? Who fucking cares?
Ah, this is deep.
Please stop. Is that
Oh my god. I think it is.
all places?
I bet you're happy you threw that contract in her face now. You didn't sell out, and you still got rich. Oh, but listen to me, Benjamin. Now is the single most
Hey, Ben. Don't even pick up this call, okay? I mean it. I'm just calling to inform you that I went to the doctor today, and, well, I'm gonna be a little sick for a while, but really, I don't want you worrying about... Oh, Benny, I told you not to pick up. There's nothing you can do.
But that's enough from me. Now, you'll hear from the person who I...
Enough about death. Nobody fucking came.
Say something.
Well,
What's wrong? Why aren't you talking?
cause none of this is real.
Hey, you. As you know, I talk to big, very important people every day. You are a snake. You are a fraud. But worst of all, Benjamin, you are a
Hey, B. Just calling to tell you. I think I'm selling the house. She's everywhere here, son. I can't move.
Take whatever you want. With your mother gone, I'm hoping to finally live without all the clutter. I'm just so glad you got to speak to her one last time. I mean, I know she told you not to pick up the phone, but, well, I'm just so happy that you did. She just wanted you to focus on your work. That was the only thing that mattered to her. What's that? What's so fascinating, son? Look. It's unbelievable, Benny.
Bro, that's fucking... Okay, now this makes me fucking laugh. The fuck?
Is that really you? It's Chloe, your neighbor. My god, I can't believe this. It's been years. I just walked through the entire show. It's unbelievable.
Yup, that's the one. That's my favorite one right there.
I mean, if you were down for that. I just can't believe that my entire childhood, I was living next to a bona fide genius. I should have guessed it. I mean, with all those little drawings you did.
Yeah.
And your mom. I always heard her playing piano from next door, but I didn't know she wrote the actual music. She was a genius. Like mother, like son, I guess. Hey, so, not to be forward, but what are you doing after this? Maybe we could get a drink or something? I'd really love to catch up. I can't believe everything that's happened to you. I want to hear all about it.
Now would you look at that? I cannot believe my luck. You finally hit the jackpot, Flapjack. All the nobody nothings dying every day. You finally sink your hook into a... Oh, well, there you are. Well, hello, sir. If I had realized, I would have cleaned up. I'm just used to fishing up a different class of soul. I mean, sure, I've had scientists, a couple college athletes here or there, but whew, an internationally renowned painter? The gatekeeper's gonna eat you up. Hey, speaking of that, why don't we give your story a test run? Maybe you help me out with the word choice, since, you know, I'm still working on that. See if I'm getting all the strokes right, the proper composition, if you catch my drift. Forget about it. All right.
Bro, I started sobbing in the, I wasn't sobbing, I was tearing up in the beginning, but I think I might make it.
Before you stands the soul of a great man. Now, would you describe yourself as a happy kid or a lonely one? His childhood was a lonely one, growing up as a strange, quiet child in an isolated seaside town. And, what'd you say your mom was? A composer or an accountant? His mother was a composer who, with the need to support her family, took a job as an accountant. How would you describe her as a teacher? More encouraging or demanding? Kind of like your Therefore, as his piano teacher, she was ever encouraging, teaching him to recognize the greatness within. How about that neighbor girl? Huh? What was she to you? Was she your best friend or first love? Music became the only thing he truly cared about, even more than his first love, Chloe. And although he gave it everything he had, he was still rejected from the conservatory his mother desperately wanted him to attend. Now, from that moment forward, his mother gave up on him. She knew he didn't have what it took to be a truly great musician. But little did she know, she just picked the wrong medium, right? See, when he was 12 years old, he got sick, and he had to stay inside for an entire year. And in that year, he rediscovered a talent he'd forgotten: painting. Sure, he loved finger painting as a child. Color and shape were the first languages he learned to speak. But for the first time, he saw it in a more serious light. He was accepted into an exclusive art school where he caught the eye of an esteemed professor who launched his work into the national spotlight. Now be quiet, all of you. With expectations on his career mounting, he stalled himself into bankruptcy, which turned out to be a blessing, for it wasn't until he returned home to the house he grew up in that he began work on what would ultimately be considered his masterpiece. I said shut up, you scumballs! You mucky fowls! All right! I get it! I hear what you're saying. say it.
It never happened.
I had assumed as much anyway. I should probably tell you, those things, they're not regular gulls. They're lyre birds. They're what becomes of souls who try to lie to the gatekeeper. And once they try that, they're never allowed near her city again. I get to feeling bad for not defending them right, so they just stay on with me. Living reminders of my oratory shortcomings.
Oh, yeah, good thinking. I'll be back to get you once I'm done with this one.
Hopefully you won't be seeing him again. You're a flea-bitten sap, you know that? Just look at him. Poor fool doesn't know what he's in for.
We haven't gone over how I died. About how Benjamin, like, actually
Don't think that I haven't dealt with people like you. You're ashamed of something. Something so terrible, you're trying to blink right past it. Because if the gatekeeper knew, she'd have to dream up fresh new hells to punish someone as worthless as you. And I'm sure you're right. I'm sure you're the rottenest soul that I ever fished out of that black muck. And I should have thrown you back and sanitized my paw as soon as I laid eyes on you. But it's too late for that. We're in this together. And the gatekeeper, she'll see right through your fake lies as if they were glass. So I'm gonna ask you again to start from the very beginning. And this time, I want the truth.
Well, it all started when I saw a seagull. When I was with my mom. We were at the beach. The seagull took one of our pieces of paper.
Not this.
And then I was with my new cat.
C major chord I taught you.
When I was playing my old piano.
Come on, keep blinking. I haven't found it yet.
Doesn't that make you feel happy? You know,
And
my
then
father once told
my
me
mom was making the dishes and she got me a new gift. And then we got a phone call.
Stay here. What did your mother hear on that phone call?
I'm getting it. Hello? Yes, of course. This is Elle, his daughter.
Oh.
I see. She knew she hadn't yet lived up to her father's expectations. And now, she never could. Let's keep going.
Okay, so I was playing the piano with my family.
You really need to stay in time with the metronome.
And then I was taking pictures in front of my front yard.
Did you just say?
This isn't a trip down memory lane.
And then I was taking out my cat on my table.
I understand about the cat. Let's keep going.
And he had babies. And then...
Keep your eyes open. I need to see.
And then... I walked over the front door because I heard noises.
The death of those cats must have taught you a terrifying lesson. That simply being alive wasn't enough. So then you went to work to make yourself sensational.
Listen to him, Richard. And I'd find you adorable.
Hey, Elle, would you mind taking a quick walk with me down to my office?
We can focus him. Make sure he's staying engaged.
Can you please try to speak a little softer? I really don't want him to hear us talking about this. I mean, what's the point?
What do you mean? What's the point? What does that mean?
What's the point of any of it? If he's never going to get any better.
Okay. Let's not say that. Okay? We know we don't mean it.
I know I don't. I know.
I mean, what if he heard one of us saying something like that?
I'd never forgive myself.
It's okay. He's asleep. But it's okay.
I see. You got sick. You howled at the moon at the top of your lungs. You were sick for a long time, weren't you? Sicker than healthy kids are supposed to get? Well, no matter how painful it gets, I need you to remember. We're almost at the end of this.
This isn't video game time. I want you to figure out something actually productive to do while you're home from school. Try writing with it. Well, hello, Benny. It was your grandfather's, but I used it in college to write lyrics. Exactly. It was very artsy. Actually, I was just good at fooling your dad. Made him think I was some kind of genius. Why don't you write the story of your life so far? And then what you're going to do once you get better.
Music became the only thing he truly cared about, even more than his first love, Chloe. First love? Okay, Benny. Is that why you didn't sneak out with me? Why not just tell me? You do realize I waited for you out in the alley for like an hour, right? Ugh. So anyway, back to the story, I guess.
You are going to be in there for about 30 minutes, so try to get comfortable. You're doing great, buddy. Just a little longer, okay?
This is one of the saddest streams I've ever had.
Back. You're gonna be so annoyed with me, but I couldn't help but overhear Chloe reading loud from what I think was your story the other night. I know. I promised myself I wouldn't eavesdrop.
That's why I just want to get this all just over with.
I'd really love to read it if you'd let me. What do you say? You know I can't.
Just go in there and tell him you loved it.
I'm sorry, I just can't. Not right now.
Okay, don't worry. Just go to bed. I'll talk to you. Hey, B. Just want you to know that Mom loved your story. She's just, I think it was just very emotional for her to read. But I thought it was great. I mean, look at this. His childhood was a lonely one, growing up a strange and quiet child in an isolated seaside town. I mean, I'm certainly bummed you feel that way. But what?
If he's ever in pain, all he needs to do is press that red button and the drug will administer itself.
Thank you so much. You know, I know my wife would normally want to thank you herself.
No, I understand. It hits mothers the hardest, this sort of thing.
Thank you. Eddie. Yeah, hey man, it's Richard. Listen, I know Elle's been missing in action, but I just want you to understand things have taken a really bad turn here. Yeah, no, that's not going to be possible. To be honest, your whole tone is pissing me off right now.
Hey, this isn't funny, you know. What, you're too scared to talk to me? Well, just so you know, I know you're faking. Because if you were really sick, like actually sick, you'd have told me already. I happen to actually know about this stuff. So the fact that you are fake.
I remember when you were just 4 years old. Mom was going through a pretty tough time. I mean, not as tough as now, but yeah, her music had been rejected, and she's having trouble adjusting to her quiet little life out here, and I feared that I was losing her. But then you played this on the piano, and just your little hands reaching up for the keys. She just couldn't believe how gifted you were. And once she heard that, well, it was like you brought her right back to me. So, I was wondering if maybe you could do that trick again. Try closing your eyes. See if you can remember.
Wait, that's my piece. How did you figure out how to play that?
Keep playing, B. She's listening. What are you doing, Elle? She's gonna make you sick.
Oh, it's okay. I'm just so happy she's here. We've got to show this cat some real love. She's been through more than we can even imagine. What do you mean she hasn't been over? Like, she didn't even care to visit?
No, I don't think he's told her.
And you're just letting that be?
I don't know her step. You know how Benny is.
She lost her mother a year ago. You knew that, right?
No, but what does that have to do with...
Okay, do we have her dad's number?
Oh my god, you're an idiot. You do realize this is really nothing special to me. I've seen this all before. I was thinking about what you said in the story the other day and how I reacted to it. I feel kind of bad. I shouldn't have done that. But... Hey! What are you looking at? Don't look up there. Look at me. I'm talking to you. I want to give you something. But I think I don't want to be in the room when you see what it is. So maybe if you close your eyes, I can give it to you and I'm gonna leave. Close your eyes now, okay?
What is that? What is that?
It's something new I'm working on.
So you're writing again?
Ah, it's just a melody that came to me. It feels good to play it.
It's sad.
Yeah, well, that would make sense. I can't breathe.
I know.
It's okay, Benny, I understand. There's no need to show me anymore.
No, Richard.
You know, for a while now, I've wondered if I'm just not a good enough storyteller. If I just don't have grand enough words, can't tell grand enough stories. But grand words and stories, I think they may be overrated. Ugh. I know just what to tell her. Watch for her now. I've seen the gatekeeper take many forms depending on the soul I bring her. But once you see her, you'll know. Believe me. I should go get ready. Don't worry. We got this. I think. There she is. Wish me luck.
Gatekeeper, before you sits the soul of a child who died before he could grow old.
That means she's ready to hear your story.
You know, I never told you how much I loved your story. It's really so imaginative, and the person you wrote about is such an interesting and intense guy. My only issue was, well, I didn't like him very much. So, I wanted to read you something I wrote for you, which is about the Benny I've known for 11 years now. It's called The Great Life of Benjamin Bryn. Benjamin Bryn was born into an ordinary home, to an ordinary mother and father in a small town by the sea. His mother was a composer, or at least that's what she dreamed she'd be. So, when her own dreams didn't pan out, she began to dream for him. But then, when he was just 11 years old, he got sick and was forced to stay inside for an entire year. And in that year, he began to worry that he hadn't lived enough. So he made up a story of the great life he thought he wanted to live, which only made him forget the great life he already had, how he had filled a new home with light and joy and promise, how he met a girl, his neighbor, who felt all alone in the world and made her feel okay again, and how, even when he was sick, he still gave his parents hope, how he reminded them exactly who they were after they had almost forgotten. So when he knew he was going to go, he was okay, because he'd already lived a great life, a full life, and he was everything he needed to be, just as he was.
Yeah, this is hard.
She accepts. Close your eyes now, and keep them closed. She's gonna let you in. Go
Thank you, boat guy.
Why is he smiling like that?
It must be somewhere that he likes.
I wanna be somebody. Me 2.0 for you. And when you meet somebody, you're gonna feel the same way I do. I'm gonna say I love you before you say I'm gone. And when that chance comes through, I'm gonna prove you wrong. In a market, in a desert, you'll remember why you came here.
Yeah, that shit was pretty fucking hard. Yeah, that was something. Hopefully that's the last time I cry in front of you guys, but Yeah, that game was. Yeah, that was so fucking emotional, man. Hold on. Okay, so I don't even know if you guys even heard me, but that shit was. Oh. So yeah, I think that's gonna be it. Maybe I'll start a stream tomorrow, but one. Okay, so probably gonna do Hogwarts Legacy tomorrow. That game was wow. I should probably end the stream. I'm normally just a tough guy on my streams, but yeah, it was. I was just everything about the game is very beautiful. I I hope you guys can experience it one day, and it really just gives you like a fucking just a new view on life and how you should live it. Uh, sadly, I don't live a good one. I haven't even graduated yet. I was supposed to, so I gotta catch up on that because I'm not living a good life. So, I'm just gonna use that as motivation. I haven't played that game in 3 years, so I can't even breathe out of my nose.